Hi, this is Scott Rogers with Funkhauser Real Estate Group, here with another edition of my monthly market report. You can download the full report at harrisonburghousingmarket.com, but I'd like to review with you today a few of the highlights from what we've learned so far in 2017. We just finished up about a week ago, January 2017, where we saw 65 home sales. This is compared to 67 home sales in January of 2016, so a slightly slower month of home sales, but not too slow. That adds on to the sales success that we saw in 2016 to show a 14.42% increase in sales activity over the past year. So that's looking at the most recent 12 months and comparing it to the 12 months before that. And we see that there's been a 14% increase in buyer activity. So more buyers are buying homes than we have seen in other recent years. When we then look at prices, we see that prices are on the rise. The median sales price in Harrisonburg and Rockingham County is $192,000. That's over the past 12 months, which is a 3.78% improvement over the 12 months before that. So sales are increasing by 14%. Median sales prices are increasing by about 4%, and homes are selling a bit more quickly. Days on market has dropped to 48 days. That is a 13% decline, and that's measured from when a home goes on the market until it goes under contract. So half of the homes that are going under contract are doing so in less than 48 days, and half of them are taking more than 48 days, which gives you some sense of the pace of the market. When we look at January sales activity as far as contracts being signed, we see, that there were 67 contracts signed in January. This is compared to 74 contracts that were signed in January of 2016. So a slightly slower pace as far as the number of properties that went under contract in January, but we won't see meaningful contract activity until probably March. Last year, both January and February were much slower months for contracts, and then once we got into March and April, we saw significantly higher numbers of buyers committing. The big story, though, this month and really most recent months is related to inventory. Over the past year, we've seen a 31% decline in the number of homes for sale in Harrisonburg and Rockingham County. 1 year ago, if you were buying a home and you didn't care where it was or what price you had to pay, you would have 532 options. So there were 532 residential properties for sale in Harrisonburg and Rockingham County. That has declined over the past year to now there are only 368 homes for sale. Again, a 31% decline in inventory. This is significant for a number of reasons. So one, buyers have significantly fewer options. Two, sellers have less competition. Three, we're likely to anticipate a much faster moving pace of home sales in 2017 as there are more buyers and fewer sellers. So it's going to be interesting, I think, as we go through 2017 to see if we can stay on pace for the number of home sales we saw in 2016. We're starting off the year with a third fewer homes for buyers to choose from. And so, even if we continue to have a solid pace of new listings coming on the market, I suspect that they'll be coming off the market, going under contract, just as quickly as they're coming on the market as we go through the year. This is even more extreme when we go to particular price ranges. So when we look at the under $200,000 price range, first-time buyers, many of those are going to be townhouses or condominiums. We see that a year ago there were 5 months of supply available in that price range. That is to say that if the average number of buyers who are buying for less than $200,000 bought every month for 5 months in a row, it would take 5 months to sell everything that was on the market. We now see that there are only 2 months of homes on the market in the under $200,000 price range. So if nothing else came on the market under $200,000, 2 months from now, we could potentially have 0 homes on the market in that price range. So this is a very undersupplied segment of the market, and competition will certainly be tight with buyers in those price ranges. As there are compelling properties coming on the market based on their condition and location, I think that those properties will likely be going under contract very quickly as we move through 2017. So again, big story for 2017 as we move forward is going to be, what does inventory do and what does that lead to? Does a reduced amount of inventory lead to a reduced amount of sales because the homes just aren't there to sell? Does the reduced number of homes for sale lead to higher prices as there's more competition for homes that are on the market? Lots to be seen in 2017. Overall, most economic indicators would suggest that we'll see a strong market again this year, with plenty of consumer confidence still in play. Interest rates, while they've come up some above 4%, they've edged down slightly in the last few weeks, so I think buyers are still finding great interest rates and financial opportunities. And certainly unemployment in this area is still very low. So overall economic indicators suggest that this will be a very strong year of home sales, perhaps matching last year. Last year was the first year we had hit 1,300 home sales in many, many years in Harrisonburg and Rockingham County. So it's possible we'll hit 1,300 home sales again this year. I say possible just because of the reduced inventory. If we had more homes on the market for sale, I would say we should certainly and confidently hit 1,300 home sales. So stay tuned as the year goes on. As we get into February and March and April, we'll certainly have a much better idea of the health of our market, and we'll be able to see in different price ranges how market dynamics are changing. A few resources for you. You can read my full market report at harrisonburghousingmarket.com. You can read my blog, where I explore different housing market related topics each day, at harrisonburghousingtoday.com. And then 2 buyer and seller specific resources. So if you're thinking about buying a home and you want to learn more about the process and what you should be thinking about and how you should be planning, you can visit buyingahomeinharrisonburg.com. And if you're thinking about selling a home this year and want to start thinking about the market, how you should be preparing, what's important to think about, how should your home be marketed, all of those sorts of topics, you can find all of that online at sellingahomeinharrisonburg.com. Again, this is Scott Rogers with Funkhauser Real Estate Group. I encourage you to study up on the housing market. If you're thinking about buying or selling this year, it's going to be more important than ever to be prepared and to be educated and to be ready for the challenges that you may or may not face depending on the price range of home you're looking to buy or sell and the location of that home. Have a great rest of the week with the turbulent temperatures that we're seeing this week, and by all means send me an email or give me a call if there are any real estate matters that I can help you with. Thank you.